Welcome to our line, the large line.
One is done, 3 more to go.
We are building a 23 by 26 two-story cabin by ourselves. Previously, we have installed 23 out of total 28 rafters. The last 4 rafters are more complicated because we need to install the outriggers for the overhang and we need to do extra notching for that. And for missing rafter, we had a little lumber shortage and we had to wait. We are building the cabin by ourselves because we want to have a debt-free shelter and maybe some other people might get inspired by us. Another reason for doing this is that we got tired of spending time apart, having different jobs, and never being together, coming home tired and stressed, not having time to enjoy life. After many months of planning and planning and planning, and after saying that we're gonna do it next year, and then saying again that we're gonna do it next year, after few years passed, we finally got the courage to do it. This year is the year. We finally decided to do so. We are fortunate to be able to do this. Right now we live a frugal life. We don't need too much. We're getting water from our neighbors. We are using a generator to charge our electric tools and the cell phones. We are living in a camper trailer that we remodel. And that's it. We don't need anything else. We are happy to be together and build this cabin together. Hopefully it's gonna be enclosed by winter. That's our goal. Let's go back to our rafters installation. As I previously mentioned, we installed 23 out of the 28 rafters. As we did with regular rafters, we installed for the gable end rafter a scrap piece of 2x6 that's helping us with placing and support the rafter on the ridge beam. Because we are expecting more rain, we had to work under the tarp. That makes things more complicated, especially because we didn't want to rip off the tarp. Now is the moment when I realized that the rafter can actually fall off on the other side, and they are only 22 feet to the ground. We had to put in place a temporary bracing for that side too. Do not forget the rafter is hanging on the top just by an extra piece of lumber. It's nothing to hold it in place except for the piece of lumber and the seat cut. And this is actually my job to hand sometimes tools to my husband to make his job easier. Everything is resting on his shoulders. I gotta help with a little bit at least. Now we can see the complicated simple life my husband gets. Of course, my heart is beating like crazy right now. And now it's getting ready to remove the extra lumber piece we had on top. We don't need it anymore. I always wonder why surgeons needed assistants to hand their tools. Well, now I know. They don't have time to look away from their job. They have to be carefully paying attention to what they're doing, and that's why someone has to be there handing them whatever they need. With all end rafters in place, we are ready now to finish the gable end wall. All studs had to be cut in an angle, and that was making my husband's job a little harder, but he managed to do everything in a perfect way. It was satisfying to see all this dust on the floor because I could tell my husband worked hard for everything he done, and I appreciate all his work. This wall is ready. Every single step We thought it's hard before we had to do it, but after we done it, it didn't seem so. Now the more complicated part is gonna be when we're gonna install the roof sheeting, and then we don't know how we're gonna do it. We have to figure it out. Actually, this is the last rafter my husband had to install, the one we are short with. And the last piece goes down and all rafters are up. Everything is done by my husband. He's the sole worker for this project. I'm so proud of him, and I hope we can enjoy this for many, many years. Before I say goodbye, I'll let you enjoy this moment. Our dear Figaro, it's so confident in us that now is bringing his entire family. We got a herd of deers. Thank you for watching. We appreciate your time. Please share, subscribe, and see us next time.